Tonight, we'll be stepping into the cute, yet endlessly fascinating world of kittens. They may seem like simple creatures, but every young cat begins life as a remarkable work in progress. Inside each tiny body, ancient instincts are coming to life. A nervous system is learning balance, and a growing mind is beginning to understand the world around it. Kittens are not just soft little companions. They are young predators, learning how to move through an environment that is still new to them. Every clumsy leap and every playful chase has a purpose. Even their sleep is busy with growth. As we explore them tonight, you may notice how much science is hidden inside something so ordinary and small. A kitten's first weeks can shape the animal it becomes. Its body grows, its senses sharpen, and with each passing day, its bond with humans grows stronger. If you enjoy these gentle journeys, I invite you to like, subscribe, or share a thought below. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. But for now, all you need to do is settle in. Let your shoulders soften. Allow your eyes to grow heavy. And as your mind begins to settle into stillness, join me as we explore the fascinating world of kittens together. Let's begin. Kittens are born blind, deaf, and are guided almost entirely by scent. At birth, the world is not a place of shapes or sounds. It is a warm field of smells, pressure, and touch. A newborn kitten arrives with sealed eyes and folded ear canals, so the familiar drama of the cat world has not yet begun. There is no watching, no listening, and no graceful stalking across the floor. Instead, the first great survival tool is the nose. Even when the body is weak and the legs cannot properly carry weight, scent leads the way. The kitten can crawl toward the smell of its mother and the milk it needs. This is not a small detail. It is the difference between fading quickly and surviving the first fragile hours. The mother's body becomes a living map. Warmth, fur, and scent tell the kitten where safety is. Long before it ever sees a face, it already knows the most important place in its tiny universe. A newborn kitten can recognize its mother before its eyes open. Recognition begins before sight ever joins the story. For a human, identity often feels tied to a face, but a kitten's earliest world is built from other signals. The mother is known through smell, warmth, vibration, and the physical rhythm of being near her. Her scent becomes a kind of signature. Her body temperature becomes a promise of safety. Her presence means food, cleaning, protection, and the steady order that a helpless animal needs to keep living. This ability is astonishing because it shows how prepared the newborn brain already is for survival. It is not blank. It is tuned toward the one being that matters most. Even in those first days, when the kitten seems like a tiny bundle of sleep and instinct, it is learning the outline of belonging. Before its eyes reveal the world, the mind has already begun sorting what is familiar from what is strange. Kittens begin life unable to control their own body temperature. Warmth is not just comfort in the first days. It is survival itself. A very young kitten cannot keep its body at a steady temperature the way an adult cat can. Its small size lets heat escape quickly, and its internal systems are still too immature to manage the cold. This is why newborn kittens press close to their mother and to their littermates. The pile of tiny bodies is not only sweet to look at, it is a shared survival system. Each kitten helps hold warmth for the others. Without that warmth, feeding can weaken, movement can slow, and the body can slip into danger with frightening speed. The mother cat becomes a living heater, shelter, and caregiver all at once. This dependence reveals how delicate early life really is. A creature that will one day leap onto shelves and race through rooms begins as something that cannot even warm itself alone. Their tiny purrs may help bones and tissues grow stronger. A kitten's purr feels like one of the softest sounds in nature, yet it may have a deeper biological purpose. Cats produce purrs at low frequencies that have drawn scientific interest because similar vibrations can influence bone and tissue processes. The idea is not that purring works like magic. It is that repeated vibration may support the body during rest, healing, and growth. For a young animal that sleeps often and grows quickly, that possibility is fascinating. The purr also helps maintain contact with the mother during nursing. It can signal contentment and may help keep the bond steady without loud cries that could attract danger. So this tiny rumble sits at the meeting point of comfort and biology. It calms, connects, and perhaps even helps the body develop. What sounds like a simple, sleepy vibration may be part of the hidden engineering of becoming a cat. A kitten's brain develops fastest during its earliest weeks of life. The first weeks are a period of extraordinary construction. Inside the small skull, connections are forming at remarkable speed as the young animal begins to process touch, movement, smell, and later sight and sound. This early growth helps explain why the first experiences matter so much. The brain is not merely getting bigger. It is building pathways that will influence confidence, coordination, learning, and response to the world. A kitten that feels safe during this period can begin to explore with less fear. A kitten that experiences stress may carry some of that sensitivity forward. The changes are happening even when the animal appears to be doing very little. Sleep, nursing, crawling, and contact with the mother all feed the developing system. The little body may look still, but the brain is busy organizing a future hunter, climber, companion, and problem solver. Early life is not a pause before development. It is the foundation. Every kitten carries ancient instincts from wild desert cats. The domestic kitten may be born in a blanket-lined box or a warm corner of a home, but its behavior carries a much older inheritance. Modern house cats descend from wild cats that lived in dry regions where caution, speed, and hunting skill mattered every day. That ancestry still appears in miniature. A kitten crouches before a pants because its nervous system is rehearsing predation. It startles at sudden movement because quick reactions once protected small cats from danger. It seeks hidden spaces because concealment was safety long before sofas and cardboard boxes existed. Even its preference for meat reflects a lineage shaped by hunting rather than grazing or scavenging. This is what makes kittens so captivating. They are not simply baby pets learning household manners. They are tiny descendants of solitary hunters, carrying ancient patterns into modern rooms. A toy mouse on the floor can awaken a survival script older than civilization. Kittens learn trust during a brief window that shapes adulthood. There is a short stage in early life when a kitten is especially ready to learn what is safe. During this time, calm contact with humans can make a lifelong difference. A hand that moves slowly, a voice that stays soft, and a predictable routine can help the young brain place people into the category of safety. This does not mean every future behavior is fixed forever. Cats can learn later too. But early trust is powerful because it forms while the nervous system is still deciding how the world works. A kitten that meets people gently during this window may grow into an adult that accepts handling more easily. One that misses this stage can become more cautious, even with patient care. The wonder here is that confidence is not only personality. It is partly history. Behind a relaxed adult cat may be a series of small, early moments when the world proved kind. Their whiskers help them map the world before confident vision arrives. Whiskers are finely tuned sensing tools rooted deeper than ordinary fur, with nerves that respond to the slightest contact and movement of air. For a young kitten, these sensors become especially important while vision is still developing and coordination remains uncertain. A whisker brushing against a surface can reveal distance, direction, and the presence of an obstacle. This gives the kitten information before the body bumps fully into trouble. As it begins to crawl, turn, and investigate, the face becomes an instrument for reading the nearby world. Later, the same system will help with hunting and navigation in tight spaces. But in early life, it is part of the slow arrival of confidence. The kitten is not simply stumbling at random. It is gathering data through touch. Each brush against bedding or fur adds another clue. Before it can truly look around, it is already feeling the shape of space. A kitten's first playful pounce is serious survival training. Play may look like harmless chaos, but it is one of the most important lessons a kitten ever receives. The sudden crouch, the wiggle, and the tiny leap are early versions of movements used by adult hunters. Through play, the body learns timing. The eyes begin to track motion. The muscles discover how much force is needed to spring forward and land. Mistakes are part of the process. A kitten that tumbles after a toy is not failing. It is calibrating a living machine. This is why play appears so intense, even in safe homes where no kitten needs to catch dinner. The instinct remains because it was shaped by survival. A young cat must practice before the stakes are real. Every pounce on a crumpled paper ball carries the echo of a much older life. What looks adorable is also a rehearsal written deep into the species. Domestic kittens are miniature predators wrapped in extraordinary softness. The contrast is what makes them so fascinating. A kitten can look almost impossibly gentle, with round eyes, small paws, and a body that seems built for cuddling. Yet inside that soft shape is the developing equipment of a carnivore. The eyes are made to detect movement. The ears will become sensitive tools for locating faint sounds. The claws can grip with surprising precision. The teeth, though tiny at first, are part of a system designed for meat. Even the playful attacks on shoelaces and fingers reveal a brain practicing ancient skills. This does not make kittens less lovable. It makes them more extraordinary. They are both vulnerable babies and highly specialized animals in training. The same creature that falls asleep in a human palm may wake and immediately stalk a shadow on the floor. Softness is only the surface. Beneath it is one of nature's most elegant little hunters beginning to come online. Newborn kittens sleep through most of their first days alive. In the beginning, sleep dominates almost everything. A newborn kitten wakes mainly to nurse and then sinks back into rest. This is not laziness, and it is not empty time. Sleep supports the intense growth taking place across the body. Energy is limited, and the young animal must spend it wisely. Since it cannot explore much, cannot regulate warmth well, and cannot yet use sight or hearing, long sleep protects the body while development continues. Inside that stillness, tissues grow, the brain organizes, and the basic systems of life become stronger. The mother's presence makes this possible by providing food, warmth, cleaning, and safety. To an observer, the early nest may seem calm and repetitive. To biology, it is a construction site. The kitten is becoming itself through cycles of feeding and sleep. Before the racing, climbing, and mischief begin, the first work of life happens in deep, necessary rest. A kitten's eyes usually open during the second week. The first opening of the eyes is one of the most dramatic milestones in early kitten life, but it does not mean clear vision arrives all at once. At first, the world may appear blurry and limited. The eyes are still developing, and the brain must learn how to interpret the information they bring. This gradual change helps protect delicate structures while they mature. The eyelids part slowly, and each day brings a little more access to light, movement, and shape. It is easy to imagine this moment as a simple unveiling, but it is really the beginning of a new learning process. Sight adds another layer to a world that is already being built from scent and touch. The kitten must now match what it sees with what it feels and smells. A familiar nest becomes visible. A mother becomes more than warmth. The hidden world begins to take form. Most kittens are born with blue eyes at first. That early blue color is one of the most recognizable features of young kittens, but it is usually temporary. The shade appears because pigment in the iris has not fully developed yet. Light scatters through the immature eye in a way that gives many kittens that clear bluish look. As the weeks pass, pigment cells become more active, and the final color begins to appear. This change is part of a broader transformation happening across the whole animal. The kitten is not simply growing larger. Its body is completing details that were unfinished at birth. Eye color may shift toward green, gold, copper, or remain blue in some breeds and individuals. The slow reveal can feel almost mysterious because it shows that appearance is still being written after birth. A kitten's face may seem familiar from the start, but even the color of its gaze is still waiting to declare itself. Their adult eye color appears only after early development continues. The final color of a cat's eyes is the result of pigment, genetics, and time. In the early weeks, the iris is still changing, so a young kitten's gaze can look different from the eyes it will carry as an adult. As pigment builds, the color deepens and settles. This can take weeks, and the shift may be subtle at first. What begins as a pale blue may gradually warm into amber or sharpen into green. In some cats, blue remains because pigment stays limited in the iris. This is common in certain color patterns and breeds. The process is a reminder that development is not finished when the eyes open. Vision itself is improving, while color is still forming. The animal is learning to track movement, judge distance, and make sense of depth at the same time. The eyes become more than beautiful. They become working instruments tuned for a life of motion. Kittens cannot hear the world clearly when they are born. Sound enters a kitten's life slowly. At birth, the ear canals are not fully open, so the rich soundscape of the world is still muffled or absent. This protects a developing system that is not ready for full use. During this early period, the kitten depends more on touch, smell, and warmth. Then, as the ears mature, sound begins to matter in a new way. The mother's calls become easier to detect. The movements of littermates gain another layer of meaning. Later, the rustle of a toy or the approach of human footsteps will become part of the kitten's map of safety and curiosity. Hearing is especially important for cats because adults can locate tiny movements with impressive accuracy. That ability does not arrive fully formed. It develops from this sealed and silent beginning. Before the cat becomes a master of listening, it passes through a world that is almost soundless. Tiny ears unfold as hearing slowly sharpens in early life. A kitten's ears change with surprising speed, both in shape and usefulness. In the first days, they are small, folded, and not yet the precise sound detectors they will become. As the ear canals open and the outer ears lift, the young animal gains a new stream of information. This matters because hearing helps connect the kitten to events beyond direct touch. A nearby movement, a sibling's call, or the mother returning to the nest can now be noticed before contact happens. The change also prepares the kitten for the extraordinary hearing range of adult cats. Mature cats can detect high-pitched sounds made by small prey, which is one reason their ears are so alert and mobile. In the kitten, that future is only beginning. Each day adds clarity. The world expands from what can be smelled and felt into what can be heard. A new sense opens, and the room becomes larger. A kitten's nose is one of its first working senses. The nose is a tiny organ with enormous importance. Before sight and hearing can guide the young animal, smell is already helping it survive. The kitten uses scent to find the mother, locate milk, and recognize the familiar nest. This early dependence makes sense for an animal born so helpless. Smell does not require open eyes or steady legs. It can work in darkness, close contact, and warmth. The nose also begins shaping memory. Familiar scents become linked with safety, feeding, and comfort. Strange smells may later trigger caution. As the kitten grows, scent remains central to cat life. Adult cats use it to identify territory, recognize individuals, and read information left behind by other animals. So the first working sense is not replaced as development continues. It becomes part of the lifelong language. The kitten's earliest map is invisible, but it is rich with meaning. To a young cat, the world begins as scent. Mother cats identify kittens partly through scent and sound. A mother cat does not care for her litter as a vague group of tiny bodies. She responds to individual signals. Smell helps her recognize her own kittens, and their small calls add another layer of information. This matters because the nest is a busy place, especially when several newborns are pressing close for milk and warmth. The mother must clean them, position them, feed them, and notice distress. Scent helps keep the family organized. Sound helps alert her when a kitten is separated, hungry, or uncomfortable. These signals are practical rather than sentimental, yet they create one of the strongest early bonds in mammal life. The relationship is built through repeated contact. Each nursing session reinforces familiarity. Each call answered helps the kitten survive. The mother's brain is tuned to this responsibility. In a creature known for independence, early motherhood reveals a different side of the cat, attentive, responsive, and deeply guided by biology. Kittens need because nursing once rewarded that gentle motion. That soft pressing movement begins with a very practical purpose. While nursing, a kitten pushes its paws against the mother's belly to help stimulate milk flow and settle into position. The action is linked with warmth, feeding, and safety, so it becomes associated with deep comfort. Later in life, many cats keep doing it on blankets, cushions, or trusted humans. The adult behavior may look charmingly strange, but its roots reach back to the first meals of life. This is why kneading often appears when a cat is relaxed or preparing to rest. The body repeats an old pattern that once helped it survive. It is muscle memory with emotional weight. A kitten does not need to understand why the motion works. Biology has already shaped it. When those tiny paws press and release, they are performing one of the earliest rituals of mammal life, a small movement that connects hunger, trust, and comfort. Their first teeth begin appearing when they are only weeks old. The arrival of teeth marks a major change in a kitten's young life. At first, milk provides everything, and the mouth is built mainly for nursing. Then, small teeth begin to break through the gums, and the kitten moves toward a different relationship with food and play. These early teeth are sharp, delicate, and temporary, but they matter enormously. They allow the kitten to explore texture, practice biting, and prepare for the gradual shift away from nursing. They also change play with siblings. Wrestling can become more intense because little bites now have real impact. This is where social learning becomes important. Littermates react when a bite is too hard, helping the kitten learn control. The first teeth are not simply tools for eating. They are part of a larger developmental turning point. The animal is moving from helpless newborn toward active young cat, ready to test its mouth on the world around it. Baby teeth fall out as stronger adult teeth take their place. For a while, a kitten carries a temporary set of tiny teeth, almost like a practice version of the adult mouth. These first teeth help with early eating and playful testing, but they are not built to last. As the jaw grows, adult teeth begin forming beneath the gums. Slowly, pressure from below loosens the smaller teeth above. Many owners never notice the change because kittens often swallow the fallen teeth during meals or play. It sounds surprising, but it is usually harmless. What matters is the transformation taking place. The mouth is being rebuilt for a more powerful life. The adult teeth are larger, stronger, and better suited to gripping food. During this stage, a kitten may chew more often because the gums feel tender. A toy, a blanket edge, or even a cardboard corner can become part of the process. Hidden inside that restless chewing is a young predator receiving its permanent tools. Kittens have sharp milk teeth designed for early learning. Those needle-like little teeth can feel shockingly sharp for such a small animal. They are not powerful in the way adult teeth will be, but their fineness makes them excellent teaching tools. When a kitten mouths a sibling too hard, the reaction is immediate. A squeak, a pause, or a sudden end to play gives the young cat important feedback. This is how bite control begins. The kitten learns that force has consequences. The teeth also help explore objects in the environment. A corner of fabric, a toy, or a bit of food can all provide information about texture and resistance. the mouth becomes a way of studying the world. This early stage is not random mischief. It is education through contact. The same small teeth that make people pull their fingers away also help the kitten learn restraint. Before adult strength arrives, the young cat gets a gentler classroom for understanding its own mouth. A kitten's claws are useful tools before walking becomes graceful. Long before a kitten moves with the smooth confidence of an adult cat, its claws are already helping. Early movement is unsteady, and the body has not yet mastered balance. Claws give the kitten extra grip on bedding, fur, and soft surfaces. They act like tiny anchors when the legs wobble or the body rolls sideways. This matters because movement begins before elegance. The young cat must pull itself forward, brace against siblings, and stay close to the mother. Claws help turn weak, crawling into purposeful effort. Later, those same tools become important for climbing, play, defense, and grooming. But at the start, they are part of the basic equipment of staying connected to the nest. It is fascinating to think that the graceful adult paw begins with such practical work. A kitten's claws are not only signs of future hunting ability. In the first stage of life, they are handles for holding onto the world. Retractable claws help kittens grip, climb, and practice hunting skills. A cat's claw system is one of nature's neatest pieces of engineering. The claws can extend when needed and rest protected when not in use. In kittens, this system becomes part of a growing education in movement. When a young cat scrambles up a blanket or grips a toy, it is learning exactly when to hook, release, and adjust. That timing is harder than it looks. Too little grip means slipping. Too much grip means getting stuck. Practice teaches the paws to respond quickly. This ability will later support climbing, landing, and catching moving objects with precision. Retracting the claws also helps keep them sharper because they do not scrape constantly against the ground. The kitten is not simply playing with little curved points. It is training a controlled mechanism. Each climb up a cushion and each grab at a dangling toy helps transform the paw into an instrument of balance, reach, and power. Their tails become balancing tools as coordination improves. A kitten's tail is not only expressive, it is also a moving counterweight that helps the body stay organized. As the young cat begins walking, turning, and climbing, the tail starts to work like a balancing pole. When the body leans one way, the tail can shift the other. When a kitten prepares for a jump, the tail may twitch or lift as the body calculates position. This is especially useful because kittens are learning to move through a world filled with edges, heights, and sudden changes in direction. The tail does not make them perfect at once. There will still be slips, tumbles, and comic misjudgments. But each attempt gives the nervous system more practice. Over time, movement becomes smoother because the whole body learns to cooperate. The tail becomes part of that coordination. What seems like a charming flick behind the kitten is actually a tool for balance, correction, and control. Wobbly kitten steps reveal a nervous system still wiring itself. The first awkward steps are more than adorable. They are visible evidence of a body learning to communicate with itself. Walking requires muscles, joints, balance organs, touch signals, and brain circuits to work together in the right order. In a young kitten, these systems are still becoming coordinated. One paw moves too far. Another lands at a strange angle. The body sways, corrects, and tries again. Each attempt sends information back to the brain. The fore teaches. The legs report. The spine and inner ear help adjust the next movement. This is why practice matters so much. The kitten is not just gaining strength. It is refining a network of signals that must operate quickly and accurately. In time, the same creature that once staggered across a blanket will land on narrow furniture with astonishing control. Those early wobbles are the rough draft of future grace, written one uncertain step at a time. Kittens learn distance by missing jumps before they master them. A kitten does not begin life with perfect understanding of space. The body has to learn how far away things are, how high they sit, and how much force is needed to reach them. This is why early jumps can look so dramatic and so wrong. A kitten may launch too soon, overshoot a cushion, or land with surprised confusion. These mistakes are not useless. They provide exact information. The eyes, muscles, and balance system compare expectation with outcome. The next attempt becomes a little better. This trial and correction is how physical intelligence grows. Humans often see the failed leap and laugh because it is charming, but the animal is building a precise model of the world. Every missed landing teaches distance. Every awkward scramble teaches grip. One day, the same kitten may cross a narrow ledge without hesitation. Mastery begins with errors that look silly, but they are actually measurements in motion. Play fighting teaches kittens how hard their bites should be. A wrestling match between kittens may look like pure excitement, but it has rules hidden inside it. When one kitten bites too hard, the other reacts. The game may stop, a cry may break the rhythm, or the partner may bite back. These reactions teach something vital called bite inhibition. A cat must learn how to use its mouth without causing unnecessary harm. This skill matters in social life because cats interact with teeth as well as paws. It also matters around humans, since a kitten that never learns restraint may become difficult to handle later. Play fighting offers a safe classroom because the stakes are low and the feedback is immediate. The body learns what pressure feels acceptable. The mind learns when excitement must be controlled. This is one reason littermates are so important. They help shape each other into animals that can play, warn, and defend themselves without turning every contact into injury. Siblings help each other learn social rules through gentle wrestling. A litter is more than a collection of kittens. It is a living training ground. Within it, each young cat meets others that are nearly the same size, strength, and curiosity level. That makes siblings ideal teachers. They chase, roll, pin, escape, and pause. Through these little contests, they learn turn-taking, patience, and the difference between play and real conflict. If one kitten becomes too rough, the others may avoid it for a while. If another is too hesitant, it may slowly gain confidence through repeated games. The lessons are physical, but they are also social. Each kitten discovers that other bodies have limits and intentions. This is important for an animal that may later live with people, other cats, or both. Gentle wrestling helps build the emotional control behind companionship. The soft tumble of a litter is not just puteness in motion. It is the beginning of manners, boundaries, and social intelligence. A kitten's chase instinct can awaken from the smallest movement. A drifting thread, a shifting shadow, or a twitching toe under a blanket can suddenly transform a sleepy kitten into a focused little hunter. This quick change happens because cats are strongly tuned to motion. In the wild, small movements often reveal prey, so the nervous system pays special attention to anything that darts, flickers, or disappears. A kitten does not need to be hungry for this response to appear. The chase itself is rewarding because it activates ancient hunting circuits. First comes stillness. Then the head lowers, the body tightens, and the eyes fix on the moving target. A burst of action follows. In a home, the target may be harmless, but the pattern is deeply real. This is one reason interactive play is so valuable. It gives the kitten a safe outlet for a powerful instinct. A tiny movement can open a doorway into the animal's oldest inheritance. Rolling balls trigger hunting circuits deep inside a kitten's brain. Few things can capture a kitten's attention like an object that moves unpredictably across the floor. A rolling ball starts, slows, changes direction, and sometimes vanishes under furniture. To the kitten's brain, this is irresistible because the movement resembles the uncertain escape of small prey. The game calls for tracking, timing, chasing, and interception. It asks the body to predict where the object will be a moment later. Pack prediction is a sophisticated skill, even when the toy is simple. Each swat becomes an experiment in cause and effect. Hit the ball here, and it shoots away. Trap it there, and it stops. The kitten learns not only to chase, but to influence the movement of the world. This is why a plain ball can be more exciting than something elaborate. It creates motion that the young cat can read, pursue, and change. Inside the game, the developing hunter finds a puzzle worth solving. Kittens often stalk toys exactly as wild cats stalk prey. The miniature stalk is one of the clearest signs of the wild cat hidden inside the domestic kitten. The body lowers. The steps slow. The eyes fix forward. Movement becomes careful because rushing too early would ruin the approach. Even when the target is only a feather wand or a stuffed mouse, the sequence follows an ancient pattern. Stalking allows a cat to close distance while staying difficult to notice. It is a strategy based on patience. For kittens, toys provide a safe way to practice the full routine without danger or hunger. The fascinating part is how naturally the behavior appears. No one has to teach a kitten to crouch and creep. The pattern is already waiting in the nervous system, ready to be shaped by experience. Domestic life changes the setting, but not the script. A living room can become a training ground where an old survival method plays out in miniature. Their famous sideways hop is practice for defensive movement. The sideways hop looks wonderfully ridiculous, but it has a serious foundation. A kitten may puff up, arch its back, turn sideways, and bounce toward a sibling or toy. This posture makes the body look larger while keeping the animal ready to move quickly. In the wild, appearing bigger can discourage a threat. Moving sideways also allows the cat to watch the other animal while staying prepared to spring away or strike. Young kittens perform this behavior in play, or it becomes exaggerated and almost theatrical. That exaggeration is useful because play allows the body to rehearse responses without real danger. The kitten tests balance, timing, and confidence. It learns what it feels like to face something surprising while remaining mobile. Humans see comedy because the performer is tiny and earnest. Biology sees practice. That little bouncing shape is experimenting with the language of warning, courage, and escape. Kittens arch their backs to appear larger when startled. When surprise hits, A kitten's body can change in an instant. The back rises, the fur may lift, and the legs straighten to make the animal look taller than it really is. This reaction is part of the defensive display. A small animal cannot rely on size, so it uses posture to create the impression of greater strength. The arched shape also prepares the body for sudden movement. Muscles tighten, balance shifts, and attention locks onto the source of alarm. In a young kitten, the display can appear before the animal fully understands what frightened it. A dropped object, an unfamiliar dog, or a sudden noise may be enough. The response is fast because hesitation can be costly in nature. Even in a safe home, the old pattern remains. The arched back is not drama for its own sake. It is a survival message written through the body saying, "I am small, but I am ready." A tiny hiss is an ancient warning signal in miniature form. The first hiss from a kitten can be surprising because it sounds so bold coming from such a small creature. It is not a random noise. It is a clear message meant to create distance. The hiss uses breath, mouth shape, and tension to produce a sharp warning that many animals instinctively understand. For a young kitten, this signal can appear before real strength or speed has fully developed. That makes it useful. When the body cannot fight well, it can still say, "Do not come closer." The sound may be aimed at a strange animal, a new object, or even a human hand moving too quickly. It is often fear rather than aggression. The kitten is trying to control the situation with the tools it has. This tiny burst of sound connects the baby cat to a long history of feline survival. Even before confidence grows, the voice can draw a boundary. Early handling can make kittens more relaxed around humans. A kitten's first experiences with human touch can influence how it responds for years. When handling is calm, brief, and predictable, the young animal begins to learn that people are not threats. The hands that lift it do not have to mean danger. The voice nearby does not have to bring alarm. This learning is especially powerful when it happens while the kitten is still developing its sense of the social world. The goal is not constant handling or overwhelming attention. The best lessons are often simple. A careful lift, a steady hold, and a return to safety can teach more than a long session. Over time, the kitten may become easier to examine, groom, and comfort. This can improve life for both the cat and the people caring for it. Trust is built from repeated evidence. For a kitten, gentle human contact can turn a giant species into something familiar and safe. The best social window opens while kittens are still very young. There is a period in early kittenhood when the brain is especially open to learning who belongs in the safe world. During this window, experiences can have a lasting influence because fear responses are still being shaped. Meeting people, hearing normal household sounds, and exploring manageable spaces can help the kitten grow more adaptable. The timing matters because the same experiences may feel more threatening if they first happen much later. This does not mean a kitten should be flooded with stimulation. Too much can do harm. The most useful exposure is controlled, positive, and matched to the animal's comfort. A short, pleasant encounter can teach more than a stressful adventure. This sensitive stage helps explain why early care has such power. Personality is not built from one moment, but some moments carry extra weight. The young kitten is not only growing a body, it is forming expectations about the kind of world it lives in. Kittens raised with gentle voices often become more confident companions. Sound can become part of a kitten's emotional landscape. A calm human voice, repeated during feeding, play, or rest, can help the young cat connect people with safety. The words themselves may not matter as much as the tone, rhythm, and consistency. A sudden shout can startle a kitten because its nervous system is built to notice sharp changes. A steady voice gives a different message. It says that nothing dangerous is happening. Over time, this can make human presence easier to accept. The kitten may approach more readily, recover faster from surprises, and settle more comfortably in shared spaces. This is not about spoiling the animal. It is about shaping the meaning of human sound. Confidence grows when the world feels understandable. For a kitten, a familiar voice can become a landmark. It guides the animal through a home filled with large moving bodies, strange objects, and new experiences. Their meows are mostly designed to communicate with humans. Kittens call naturally when they need their mother, but the adult domestic cat has turned vocal communication into something especially useful with people. Many cats learn that humans respond to meows faster than they respond to subtle feline signals. A kitten growing in a home may discover this very early. A small sound can bring food, attention, a door opening, or a comforting response. Over time, the meow becomes flexible. It can be short, drawn out, urgent, or questioning. Humans often talk back, which may strengthen the behavior even more. This creates a kind of cross-species conversation. The cat is not using human language, but it is using sound to influence a human listener. That is remarkable. A tiny animal descended from solitary hunters learns to direct the attention of a much larger species through voice. The meow becomes a bridge between instincts and domestic life, shaped by need, learning, and response. Adult cats rarely meow at each other as much as kittens do. Among cats, body language and scent usually carry much of the social message. Adults may hiss, growl, trill, yowl, or call during specific situations, but they do not generally use ordinary meowing with each other the way many use it with humans. Kittens, however, call to their mother because their survival depends on getting help quickly. Those early sounds signal hunger, discomfort, or separation. In domestic life, some of that kitten-like communication remains useful because humans are attentive caregivers. A cat that meows at a person may be using a behavior that began as a request for care. This makes the sound more interesting than it first appears. It is not simply noise. It is a social tool that changed its audience. The kitten calls upward to the mother. The grown cat may call upward to a human standing in the kitchen. Across that shift, a baby signal becomes part of household communication. A kitten's purr can express comfort, hunger, or self-soothing. A purr is often treated as a simple sign of happiness, but the truth is richer. Kittens may purr when they are content, especially during close contact or nursing. Yet purring can also appear when a young cat is hungry, uncertain, or trying to calm itself. This makes the sound less like a single word and more like a flexible signal. Context matters. A relaxed body gives one meaning. Restless movement near food gives another. The vibration can help keep contact with the mother without using loud calls, which may be safer in vulnerable moments. It may also help regulate the kitten's own state, turning excitement or need into a steady rhythm. The fascinating part is that the same sound can hold several meanings depending on the situation. A kitten's purr is not just a charming background noise. It is a small, vibrating clue to what the animal is experiencing inside. Some kittens purr while nursing before they can walk well. A kitten may be capable of producing that familiar rumble while its legs are still clumsy and its movements limited. This shows how important the behavior is from the beginning. During nursing, the purr can help signal that the kitten is alive, present, and engaged in feeding. It may also reassure the mother because the sound tells her that the kitten is settled against her body. The exchange is quiet, but meaningful. The mother may purr too, creating a shared vibration around the nursing group. This early sound belongs to a world before running, climbing, or confident exploration. It is part of the first relationship, when survival depends on closeness and repeated feeding. The young animal cannot yet do many of the things we associate with cats, but it can take part in this ancient communication. Before the kitten has mastered its paws, it has already joined the soft conversation between mother and offspring. Mother cats chirp and trill to guide wandering kittens. A mother cat has more than one voice for caring for her young. Chirps and trills are bright, brief sounds often used to attract attention without the harshness of alarm. When kittens begin moving away from the nest, these calls can help draw them back or encourage them to follow. The sound is practical because tiny kittens are still learning how to stay oriented. A mother may use it when she approaches, changes position, or wants the litter to gather. Unlike a warning sound, a trill often carries an inviting quality. It helps organize movement. Humans sometimes hear adult cats make similar sounds when greeting familiar people, which may reflect the same friendly signaling system. In the nursery, however, the purpose is deeply maternal. The mother's voice becomes a guide through the expanding world. A kitten may not understand much yet, but it can learn that this sound means pay attention and come closer. Kittens answer their mother with tiny calls called mews. The small mew of a kitten is one of the earliest ways it can affect the world around it. When a kitten is hungry, killed, separated, or uncomfortable, the call brings attention. The mother hears it and may respond by returning, repositioning the kitten, or beginning care. This is a powerful system because the newborn has so few options. It cannot chase after help. It cannot see clearly at first. It cannot explain what is wrong. The voice becomes a lifeline. Each call carries urgency in miniature. Over time, the kitten's vocal signals may become more varied as its needs and awareness grow. Some calls sound sharp and demanding. Others are softer and more searching. This early communication teaches a basic lesson about cause and effect. Make a sound, and the caregiver may come. Before the kitten can explore the larger world, it learns that its own tiny voice can change what happens nearby. Each kitten's voice can sound distinct to its mother. In a litter, the kittens may look similar to human eyes, especially when they are very young. To the mother, they are not interchangeable. Their voices can carry individual differences in pitch, rhythm, and urgency. This helps her respond to the kitten that needs attention. In a crowded nest, that ability matters. One kitten may be separated under bedding. Another may be pushed away from nursing. A third may be colder than the rest. The mother's sensitivity to sound helps her monitor the group without needing to see every detail at once. This kind of recognition is common in many mammals because offspring survival often depends on precise caregiving. It is fascinating because it reveals a hidden layer of the nursery. What may sound to us like a chorus of small squeaks can contain specific information for the mother. The litter is not just noisy. It is communicating through tiny voices that mean something. A mother cat moves kittens by gripping loose neck skin. When a mother needs to relocate her young, she often grips the loose skin at the back of the neck with her mouth. This looks dramatic, but it is a normal maternal behavior when done by the mother. The skin in that area allows her to carry the kitten without using the limbs or belly. The purpose may be safety, cleanliness, or a move to a better hiding place. In nature, a mother might shift the litter if she senses disturbance or if the nest becomes unsuitable. The kitten's body usually becomes still during the carry, which makes transport easier. This is not the same as rough handling by humans. A mother cat has instinct, experience, and the right physical control for the task. The behavior shows how complete the caregiving system is. The mother can feed, clean, warm, defend, and move her young. Even relocation has its own built-in method. This carrying reflex helps kittens relax during transport. When a young kitten is lifted by the mother in the natural carrying position, the body often becomes quiet and tucked. This response helps prevent struggling, which would make movement dangerous. A wriggling kitten could be dropped or could slow the mother down during an urgent relocation. The stillness is not a sign that the kitten understands the situation. It is a reflexive response that supports survival. The legs may draw inward and the body may become more compact. This makes the kitten easier to carry through narrow or hidden spaces. The behavior is most useful during early life, when the mother may need to move the litter quickly. As cats grow older and heavier, this response changes, and carrying by the neck is not appropriate for routine human handling. In the kitten stage, though, the reflex is remarkable. The body seems to know how to become portable when the mother's mouth says it is time to move. Kittens instinctively curl when lifted by their mother. The curling response is a beautiful example of cooperation between mother and offspring. When the mother lifts the kitten, the small body often folds inward rather than stretching outward. This compact shape protects the limbs and makes the kitten easier to carry. It also reduces the chance of bumping against surfaces as the mother moves. The response is automatic, which matters because a very young kitten cannot make careful decisions during transport. Nature solves the problem through reflex. The mother grips. The kitten curls. The journey becomes safer. This behavior belongs to a broader set of early survival patterns that appear before conscious learning has much influence. It is one of those details that reveals how finely matched mother and newborn can be. The kitten is not passive in the process, even though it is being carried. Its own body contributes to the success of the move, creating a small partnership shaped by evolution. Littermates often sleep in warm piles for survival. A pile of sleeping kittens may look like pure comfort, but the arrangement serves important biological needs. Small bodies lose heat quickly, and close contact helps reduce that loss. By pressing together, littermates create a shared zone of warmth. This allows each kitten to spend less energy trying to stay warm and more energy growing. The pile also keeps the group organized while the mother rests or leaves briefly. Touch itself may provide reassurance because each kitten can feel the presence of the others. In early life, separation can be risky, so closeness becomes a kind of safety system. The sleeping group shifts, nestles and settles as one living cluster. It is a reminder that survival is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is as simple as staying pressed against another warm body. Before independence, before confidence, and before the first bold explorations, the litter survives through contact. The pile is tenderness with a practical purpose. Shared warmth helps kittens conserve energy before independence. Energy is precious in the earliest stage of a kitten's life. Every bit of it must support growth, feeding, digestion, and the development of basic body systems. Staying warm alone would demand too much from such a small creature, so shared warmth becomes a clever solution. When kittens rest together, they reduce heat loss and protect each other from cooling too quickly. This conservation matters because a chilled kitten may struggle to nurse effectively, and weak feeding can become dangerous. Warmth and nutrition are tied together in a tight circle. The litter helps maintain that circle by forming a natural heat-sharing group. This is one reason the nest is so important. It creates a stable place where young animals can grow without spending all their resources fighting the environment. Independence will come later, with stronger muscles and better regulation. For now, survival is communal. Each kitten helps the others simply by being close. A kitten's fur pattern is already written before birth. Long before a kitten takes its first breath, the blueprint for its coat has already begun to unfold. The pattern is shaped by genes that influence pigment, striping, patches, and the way color spreads across the body. Inside the developing embryo, groups of cells receive chemical instructions that decide where darker and lighter areas will appear. By the time the kitten is born, its coat may still be soft and unfinished, but the basic design has already been set. This is why littermates can look wildly different even when they share the same parents. One may carry neat stripes, another may have a smoky coat, and another may look almost painted in patches. The fur is not decoration added at the end. It is biology made visible. Every marking is a record of inheritance, cell movement, and timing. A kitten's coat is the first story its body tells. Calico kittens are almost always female because of chromosome patterns. The striking patchwork of a calico coat comes from an unusual genetic arrangement. The colors usually depend on information carried on the X chromosome. Since females normally have two X chromosomes, their cells can express different color instructions in different places. Early in development, each cell switches off one of its X chromosomes. This creates a living mosaic, with some patches following one color instruction and other patches following another. That is why calico coats can look so beautifully irregular, as if each kitten has been assembled from bright fragments. Males usually have only one X chromosome, so they rarely develop the same pattern. When a male calico does appear, it is typically due to an uncommon chromosome combination. This makes the calico kitten a small lesson in genetics that anyone can see. Its coat is not random decoration. It is a visible map of chromosomes making decisions while the body is still forming. Orange coat color is strongly linked to sex in cats. The warm orange coat seen in many cats has a genetic story tied closely to inheritance. The gene connected with orange coloring sits on the X chromosome, which means its expression depends strongly on whether a kitten inherits one or two of those chromosomes. Male kittens usually need only one copy of the orange version to show the color because they normally have a single X chromosome. Female kittens often need two copies to become fully orange, though one copy can help create mixed patterns. This is why orange cats are more often male, while tortoiseshell and calico coats are more often female. The color itself comes from pigment changes that shift the fur toward shades of ginger, marmalade, or deep red. Behind that familiar bright coat is a simple but fascinating genetic rule. A kitten's color can quietly reveal part of the chromosomal story that shaped it before birth. Tabby markings appear in nearly every domestic cat lineage. The tabby pattern is so common that many people think of it as the ordinary look of a cat, but it is actually one of the oldest and most important coat designs in the domestic cat family. Stripes, swirls, spots, and narrow bands all belong to variations of this pattern. Its deep history reaches back to wild ancestors whose markings helped them blend into dry grasses, scrub, and broken shadows. In kittens, tabby markings may appear bold at first, then soften as the coat matures. Even cats that seem solid-colored can sometimes reveal faint tabby striping under bright light. This shows how deeply the pattern is woven into feline genetics. The tabby is not a breed. It is a pattern that can appear across many breeds and mixed lineages. When a kitten carries those markings, it is wearing a design shaped by survival. The stripes are both beautiful and ancient. The classic tabby forehead pattern comes from ancient genetics. Many tabby kittens carry a dark shape on the forehead that people often describe as an M. It can be sharp and dramatic or soft and barely visible, but its roots are genetic rather than mysterious. The mark forms as part of the same pigment patterning system that creates stripes across the face and body. Around the eyes, nose, and brow, those lines naturally gather into familiar shapes. Across cultures, people have attached stories to this little marking, which shows how strongly humans notice meaning in animal faces. Science gives it a different kind of wonder. That tiny forehead pattern is part of a coat design inherited from ancestral cats, shaped long before domestic life. In a young kitten, it can make the face look unusually expressive, as though the animal is already wise. Really, it is a sign of patterned genes arranging pigment with astonishing precision on a very small canvas. Kitten fur can darken or change as the body matures. A kitten's first coat is not always the coat it will wear as an adult. Color, texture, and contrast can shift as the body grows. Some kittens are born with softer, fuzzier fur that later becomes sleeker. Others develop deeper markings as pigment production changes. A pale kitten may reveal stronger stripes with age, while a dark kitten may show hidden shading after the baby coat gives way. This happens because hair follicles continue responding to genetic and hormonal signals after birth. The environment can also influence how the coat appears, especially through sunlight, health, and seasonal shedding. Watching a kitten grow can feel like watching a photograph slowly come into focus. The animal is recognizable from the beginning, but the details sharpen over time. Its coat is not a fixed surface. It is a changing biological record. Each new layer of fur reveals a little more of the adult cat waiting underneath. Siamese kittens are born pale because warmth affects their coloring. A Siamese kitten begins life with a surprisingly light coat because of a temperature-sensitive form of pigment production. Inside the warm body of the mother, the developing kitten stays at an even temperature, so the darker pigment does not appear strongly before birth. After the kitten enters the cooler outside world, pigment begins to form more in the cooler parts of the body. This is why the ears, face, paws, and tail gradually darken, while the warmer body remains lighter. The effect comes from an enzyme involved in melanin production that works better at lower temperatures. That means the coat is almost like a living thermometer, responding to warmth and coolness across the body. The result is beautiful, but the science behind it is even more fascinating. A Siamese kitten does not simply grow into its colors. Its body temperature helps decide where those colors will deepen, one cool edge at a time. Darker points appear where a Siamese kitten's body stays cooler. The deep points on a Siamese cat form at the body's cooler extremities. Ears, paws, tail, and the mask of the face lose heat more readily than the center of the body, so pigment develops more strongly there. This creates a striking contrast that becomes clearer as the kitten grows. The process can even change slightly with climate. A cat living in a cooler environment may develop darker body shading than one kept warmer. This does not mean the color shifts instantly. Hair grows over time, so the change appears gradually with each new coat cycle. The pattern is a wonderful example of genes interacting with the physical world. The kitten inherits the potential, but temperature helps reveal the final design. A point-colored coat is not only elegant, it is a visible conversation between chemistry and environment. Each darker edge shows where the body has met the cooler air. A kitten's paw pads can reveal hints of coat color. The small pads on a kitten's paws can hold clues about the colors written through the rest of the body. Pigment affects not only fur but also skin, nose leather, and the soft pads under the feet. A black kitten may have dark pads. A ginger kitten may show pinkish or brick-colored pads. A patched kitten may even have mixed colors beneath different paws. These details can be especially charming because they are easy to miss. The feet seem purely practical, made for stepping, gripping, and landing, yet they carry genetic information too. In very young kittens, pad color may deepen as pigment develops. The pattern is not always a perfect prediction, but it often echoes the coat in subtle ways. Looking at a kitten's paws is like finding a quiet signature. The body repeats its color story in places that rarely get attention, including the tiny cushions that carry it through the world. Whiskers grow in precise rows beside a kitten's nose. The whisker pads on a kitten's face are carefully organized, not randomly scattered. The long facial whiskers grow in rows, with each one emerging from a follicle surrounded by sensitive structures. This arrangement allows the brain to receive detailed information from different positions around the muzzle. When a whisker bends, the follicle detects the movement and sends signals inward. Because the whiskers are arranged in a pattern, the kitten can gather a more ordered sense of contact, space, and nearby surfaces. As the face grows, the whiskers lengthen and become part of the cat's wider sensory system. Their placement also gives the muzzle its expressive shape. When a kitten is curious, the whiskers may angle forward. When it is cautious, they may pull back. Those neat rows are both functional and communicative. They are a sensory array built into the face, giving the young cat an elegant way to read the near world. Whiskers are sensitive touch organs, not ordinary hairs. A whisker may look like a thick hair, but it belongs to a much more specialized system. Each one is embedded deeply in the skin and connected to nerves that detect tiny changes in pressure and movement. The whisker itself does not feel in the way skin does, but it acts like a lever. When it brushes against something, the movement transfers to the sensitive base. This allows the cat to gather information without pressing the face directly against an object. For a kitten, This is especially useful because the world is full of tight gaps, moving siblings, and unfamiliar surfaces. Whiskers can detect contact before the body commits to a step or squeeze. They also pick up subtle air movement, which can help a cat sense nearby motion. Calling them hairs misses the wonder of what they do. They are living instruments of touch, tuned for the close and delicate world around the face. Kittens use whiskers to judge narrow spaces before squeezing through. Cats are famous for slipping into surprisingly small places, but that skill begins with a sensory check. A kitten approaching a gap can use its whiskers to gather information about width and contact. When the whiskers brush the sides, the nervous system receives a warning that the opening may be tight. This helps the young animal decide whether to continue, adjust, or back away. The ability is not perfect, especially in playful kittens that may overestimate their own flexibility, but it is an important part of spatial awareness. The whiskers extend outward from the face, giving information before the skull and shoulders follow. In this way, they act like a first line of investigation. A box opening, a chair gap, or the space behind a cushion becomes a small puzzle. The kitten does not need a ruler. Its own face carries measuring tools, turning every attempted squeeze into a lesson in body size and space. A kitten's whiskers connect to nerves deep in the skin. The base of each whisker sits in a special follicle rich with blood supply and nerve endings. This deep connection is what makes whiskers so sensitive. A tiny bend at the tip can create a signal at the root, where the nervous system translates movement into information. For a kitten, this gives the face an extraordinary awareness of nearby contact. It can detect the edge of a surface, the brush of another body, or the pressure of moving through a tight place. The depth of these follicles also explains why whiskers should not be trimmed for convenience. Cutting them removes important sensory input, even though the whisker itself does not hurt when clipped. The cat suddenly has less information about the world close to its face. In a growing kitten, that input supports confidence and coordination. Each whisker is part of a hidden wiring system, carrying messages from the outside world into the brain. Their paws contain scent glands that mark familiar places. A kitten's paws do more than carry its body. They also help leave chemical messages behind. Scent glands in the paw area can deposit odor on surfaces when the kitten walks, kneads, or scratches. To humans, these marks are usually invisible and often impossible to smell, but to cats, they can be meaningful. The scent helps make a place familiar. It can say, "This area has been touched before, and it belongs within the known world." As the kitten explores a home, these tiny deposits may help build confidence. The environment becomes layered with its own scent. This is one reason cats often revisit favorite resting spots and scratch familiar objects. Scent turns space into memory. For a young cat, whose world is growing larger day by day, marking through the paws is a way of making new territory feel less strange. Each step can leave a trace of belonging. Scratching helps kittens stretch muscles and leave scent messages. When a kitten scratches a surface, the action is not simply destruction or mischief. It combines body care with communication. The pulling motion stretches muscles through the shoulders, legs, and back. It also helps maintain the outer layers of the claws as they grow. At the same time, scent from the paws can be left on the scratched surface, creating a chemical message for the cat to recognize later. The visible marks may matter too, since scratches can signal use of a place. This is why a scratching post can be so valuable. It gives the kitten an acceptable location for a natural behavior. Punishing the action misses the point because the need remains. The better solution is guiding the behavior toward a suitable surface. Scratching is a full-body routine with deep feline purpose. For a kitten, it is exercise, maintenance, and communication woven into one satisfying movement. Kittens learn grooming by watching and copying their mother. Grooming is partly instinctive, but young kittens also learn by example. The mother cat cleans them from the beginning, and over time they begin to imitate the pattern. A paw is licked, then drawn over the face. The tongue works through the fur. Awkward at first, the motions become more precise with practice. This learning matters because grooming helps maintain the coat, remove debris, and spread natural oils. It also teaches the kitten a calming routine that will remain important throughout life. Watching the mother gives the young cat a model for how to care for its own body. Siblings may also groom each other, which strengthens social bonds while adding more practice. The behavior is practical, but it is also soothing. A grown cat washing its face with perfect rhythm once began as a clumsy kitten copying a parent. Cleanliness becomes skill, and skill begins with observation. Grooming spreads scent through the coat and strengthens bonds. When kittens groom themselves or each other, they are doing more than cleaning fur. They are moving scent across the body. Cats live in a world where scent carries identity, familiarity, and emotional meaning. Shared grooming can blend scents between littermates or between a mother and her young, helping the group smell like a family. This can make social contact more stable. The behavior also releases tension and supports closeness. A kitten being groomed learns to accept touch in a safe setting. A kitten grooming another learns a form of social care. The tongue, with its tiny backward-facing structures, works like a comb, pulling through the coat and arranging the fur. Yet the deeper effect is relational. Grooming says, in feline language, you are familiar enough to touch. In the warm closeness of the nest, scent and comfort become linked. The coat becomes not only clean, but marked with belonging. Licking helps kittens regulate cleanliness before they understand hygiene. A kitten does not need an idea of cleanliness to begin caring for its coat. The behavior is guided by instinct, sensation, and early learning. Something feels sticky, damp, or out of place, and the tongue goes to work. Over time, licking becomes more organized. The kitten learns to reach the chest, paws, sides, and tail. It may pause, play to clean a spot, then return as though nothing happened. This routine matters because the coat helps protect the skin and manage body comfort. Dirt, food, and loose hair can interfere with that. The tongue is perfectly suited to the job because its surface can catch particles and smooth fur. In a young animal, the early attempts can look imperfect, even comical, but they are important practice. Hygiene arrives before understanding. The kitten's body carries an instruction manual written in sensation, and the tongue follows it one small lick at a time. A mother cat stimulates newborn kittens to urinate and defecate. In the earliest days, newborn kittens cannot manage elimination on their own in the way older animals can. The mother must lick the lower body to trigger the reflexes that release urine and stool. This care is essential, not optional. Without it, waste can build up, and the kitten's health can decline quickly. The behavior also keeps the nest clean, since the mother usually consumes the waste during this stage. Though it may sound strange to human ears, it is a common mammalian solution to caring for helpless young. It protects hygiene, reduces odors that might attract danger, and ensures each kitten's body continues functioning. This intimate care shows how dependent newborns truly are. A mother cat is not only feeding and warming her litter, she is helping their basic systems operate until they mature. The tiny kitten survives because another body is actively guiding processes it cannot yet control. Kittens need help eliminating during their earliest days of life. The newborn body is unfinished in many practical ways, and waste elimination is one of the most important examples. Very young kittens require stimulation to release urine and stool because their reflexes and muscle control are still developing. In normal circumstances, the mother provides this by grooming the lower body. If a kitten is orphaned, a human caregiver must carefully mimic that stimulation with proper technique after feeding. This is one of the reasons neonatal kitten care is so demanding. Feeding alone is not enough. Warmth, cleaning, and elimination support all have to work together. The process reveals how much early survival depends on precise caregiving. A kitten that will later use a litter box with natural ease begins life unable to perform the most basic bathroom function independently. The contrast is remarkable. Independence in cats feels so strong, yet at the beginning, life depends on help with the smallest and most essential acts. Litter box learning often begins through instinct and observation. When kittens begin using a litter box, it can seem almost miraculous. Many take to it quickly because the behavior connects with natural feline instincts. Cats have a tendency to dig in loose material and cover waste, which may help reduce scent and keep their living area cleaner. Kittens often learn faster when they have a suitable box, safe access, and a mother or littermate to observe. The texture under their paws matters. A shallow, easy-to-enter box can make the first attempts less intimidating. At first, there may be mistakes because the body is still learning timing and control. But the instinct to dig and cover gives the kitten a strong starting point. This is one of the reasons cats adapted so well to indoor life with humans. A simple box of loose material matches an ancient behavior closely enough that a young kitten can often understand the idea with surprisingly little instruction. Soft digging motions come naturally to many young kittens. Before a kitten fully understands the litter box, it may already make little digging motions in soft material. The paws push, scrape, and test the surface. This behavior comes from a natural tendency to interact with loose ground before and after elimination. It helps prepare a spot and later helps cover scent. In a home, that instinct may appear in litter, blankets, bedding, or even piles of laundry. The kitten is not making a plan in the human sense. Its body is following a pattern that has been useful for countless generations of cats. The motion also teaches the paws about texture and resistance. Fine material moves one way, fabric moves another. Some kittens seem fascinated by the feeling and dig with great seriousness. What looks like a tiny ritual is actually an inherited behavior finding its place in a modern setting. The paws remember what the young mind has not yet fully learned. Kittens are obligate carnivores with very specific nutritional needs. A kitten's body is built around meat in a deep biological sense. Unlike animals that can thrive on a wide range of plant material, cats require nutrients found naturally in animal tissues. Their metabolism depends on high-quality protein, certain fats, and specific amino acids that support growth, vision, heart function, and overall development. This matters even more during kittenhood because the body is growing quickly. The wrong diet can cause serious problems, even if the kitten seems full. Cats are not small dogs, and kittens are not tiny humans. Their nutritional rules are their own. They need food designed for feline development, with the right balance of energy and essential nutrients. This is why scraps or improvised diets can be risky. The kitten's cuteness can make it seem flexible and forgiving, but its biology is highly specialized. Behind the soft face is a carnivore with precise chemical requirements. Taurine is essential for kitten eyes, hearts, and development. Taurine is one of the clearest examples of how specialized feline nutrition really is. Cats need this amino acid in their diet because they cannot make enough of it on their own. For kittens, the need is especially important because the body is building vital tissues. Taurine supports the retina, which is essential for vision. It also helps the heart muscle work properly. Without enough, serious disease can develop over time. This is one reason cat food must be formulated differently from food made for other animals. A kitten to look healthy while an invisible shortage is already beginning to matter inside the body. The science is powerful because it shows how one nutrient can connect to sight, circulation, and growth. Good nutrition is not just about calories. It is about supplying the exact building blocks a young cat cannot do without. Taurine is small in name, but enormous in importance. Kitten milk is richer than cow's milk in key nutrients. The milk produced by a mother cat is matched to the needs of fast-growing carnivorous young. It contains a balance of fat, protein, and other nutrients suited to kittens, not calves or humans. Cow's milk comes from a completely different species with a different growth pattern and digestive design. This is why it cannot simply replace a mother cat's milk. Kitten growth is intense, and the food supporting it must be dense and appropriate. The mother's milk changes the body day by day, supporting tissue building, energy needs, and early resilience. When kittens cannot nurse, they need a properly made kitten milk replacer rather than ordinary dairy. The difference is not a matter of preference. It is biology. Milk is not one universal substance. Each mammal produces a recipe shaped by the demands of its young. For kittens, that recipe is rich, concentrated, and designed for a tiny carnivore growing at remarkable speed. Cow's milk can upset a kitten's delicate digestive system. The familiar image of a kitten lapping milk from a saucer can be misleading. Many kittens do not handle cow's milk well because it contains lactose in a form their digestive system may struggle to process. As kittens grow and begin weaning, the ability to digest milk sugar can decrease. When ordinary dairy is offered, it may lead to stomach upset, gas, or diarrhea. For a small animal, diarrhea can become serious because fluid loss happens quickly. The problem is not that milk looks unnatural to a kitten. It may smell interesting and taste appealing. The problem is that the chemistry is wrong for the body. This is why appropriate kitten formula is used when a mother's milk is unavailable. It is made to match feline needs more closely. A cute tradition can hide a risky truth. The safest care comes from understanding what a kitten's digestive system is actually built to handle. Weaning slowly teaches kittens to shift from milk to meat. Weaning is not a single moment. It is a gradual transition from complete dependence on milk to eating solid food. During this stage, the kitten's mouth, gut, and behavior all change together. Soft food may be introduced while nursing still continues, allowing the young cat to explore taste and texture without losing the security of milk too quickly. At first, the process can be messy. Food may end up on paws, faces, and bedding. But each attempt teaches the kitten how to lick, chew, swallow, and recognize nourishment in a new form. The mother may also become less available for nursing, which encourages independence. This slow change protects the body from abrupt digestive stress and gives the kitten time to learn. It is one of the first major steps toward adulthood. The animal moves from receiving everything from the mother to actively feeding itself. And with that, a new life begins. Rapid growth makes kittens need more energy than adult cats. A kitten's body is building at high speed, and that construction requires a remarkable amount of fuel. Compared with an adult cat, a growing kitten needs more energy for its size, because calories are not only powering daily activity, they are becoming bone, muscle, blood, organs, fur, and immune defenses. This is why kitten food is usually richer than adult cat food. The young body cannot thrive on a maintenance diet meant for an animal that has already finished most of its growth. The demand is especially clear during bursts of activity. A kitten may race wildly, collapse into sleep, then wake hungry again. That cycle reflects the engine of development. Food is not simply filling the stomach. It is supplying the raw material for transformation. In a matter of months, a fragile newborn becomes a coordinated young cat. The speed of that change is one of the great hidden miracles of kittenhood. A kitten may double its weight in the first week. The earliest growth can be astonishing. A healthy newborn kitten may gain weight so quickly that the change is noticeable from day to day. In some cases, body weight can double within the first week or so, depending on birth size, nursing success, and overall health. That rapid gain is a sign that milk intake is supporting development properly. Caregivers often weigh tiny kittens because the scale can reveal problems before the eyes do. A kitten that is not gaining may need help quickly. This makes weight one of the first measurable clues to survival. The transformation is fueled by frequent nursing and long rest, with the mother's care holding everything together. It is hard to believe that such a small creature can change so fast. Yet kittenhood begins with urgency. The body must grow stronger, warmer, and more capable as quickly as possible. Each added gram is a quiet victory. Healthy kittens grow so quickly that daily changes are visible. During the early weeks, growth is not something you wait months to notice. It can appear almost day by day. A face becomes more defined. Legs seem sturdier. The belly rounds after feeding. The coat looks fuller. Movements that were clumsy yesterday may look more controlled today. This visible speed makes kitten development especially captivating. It feels as if the animal is being updated while you watch. Behind each change are thousands of biological processes working together. Cells divide, bones lengthen, muscles strengthen, and the nervous system refines its signals. A caregiver may notice that a kitten suddenly climbs out of a nesting area it could not escape before. Another may begin responding more clearly to sounds or movement. The pace can be startling because adult cats often seem so self-contained and graceful. But that grace is assembled quickly from fragile beginnings. A healthy kitten is a living lesson in rapid transformation. Their bones lengthen fast, while muscles learn to support movement. Growth is not simply a matter of getting bigger. The skeleton and muscles must develop in coordination. As bones lengthen, the body's proportions change, and the muscles must adapt to new leverage and weight. This can make a young kitten look lanky or awkward during certain stages. The legs may seem too long for a moment. The paws may look oversized. The body is building the framework for future agility, but the parts do not all mature at exactly the same pace. Movement helps train the muscles around the growing bones. Each step, climb and pounce strengthens control. Nutrition also matters because bones need minerals and protein-supported growth, while muscles need energy and use. The process is wonderfully dynamic. A kitten is not sculpted into shape all at once. It grows, tests, adjusts, and grows again. The sleek adult form begins as a changing structure that must learn how to carry itself. Kitten sleep fuels growth as much as rest. Sleep is one of the hidden engines of kitten development. While the young animal appears still, the body is busy with processes that support growth and repair. Hormones involved in development are active during rest, and the nervous system uses sleep as part of its ongoing organization. This is why kittens can sleep so much without it being a sign of laziness. They are doing some of their most important work while motionless. After a burst of play or feeding, sleep gives the body time to process, build, and recover. The rhythm can seem extreme to humans. A kitten may wake with explosive energy, then fall asleep as if a switch has been flipped. That cycle fits the demands of rapid development. The waking moments gather experience. The sleeping moments help turn that experience into structure. In kittenhood, rest is not the absence of growth. It is one of the ways growth happens. Young kittens spend much of the day in deep sleep. A very young kitten may pass most of the day asleep because its body is prioritizing growth and stability. Deep sleep helps conserve energy, and energy is precious during early life. The animal is not ready for long exploration, and the world beyond the nest can be demanding. Rest keeps the kitten close to warmth and safety while development continues. This heavy sleep also gives the brain time to mature without constant stimulation. As the kitten grows, waking periods gradually lengthen. Curiosity begins to pull it outward. The pattern changes from nearly continuous rest to cycles of play, feeding, and sleep. The contrast is one of the signs of healthy development. At first, life is centered on staying alive and growing. Later, it becomes more about learning and exploration. Those long sleeping hours are not dull. They are the protected chamber in which a stronger, livelier animal is being prepared. Twitching paws may reflect developing nerves during kitten sleep. When a sleeping kitten's paws twitch, it can look as though it is chasing something in a dream. The real explanation may include dreaming, but it also connects to the developing nervous system. During sleep, young animals often show small movements as brain and body circuits mature. Signals travel through pathways that are still being refined, and the muscles answer with tiny kicks, shivers, or paw movements. These twitches are usually normal and can be part of the way the nervous system practices coordination. The sight is captivating because it makes sleep look active. The kitten seems still, yet little sparks of motion show that the body is not offline. It is adjusting, rehearsing, and growing. This is very different from the deliberate movements of waking play. It is more like the machinery of movement being tested in the background. Even in sleep, the young cat is preparing for the grace it will later display. Their bones lengthen fast, while muscles learn to support movement. A growing kitten is not simply becoming a larger version of itself. It is constantly rebalancing its own body. Bones extend quickly during early development, and the muscles must keep adapting to new proportions. This is one reason young kittens can look wonderfully awkward. One day the legs seem too long. Another day the paws seem too large. The body is building the framework for future agility, but the control system has to catch up as the shape changes. Each step strengthens the connection between muscle, joint, and balance. Each climb teaches the limbs how much force they can safely use. Nutrition matters here because bones need minerals, and muscles need the right fuel to develop. Movement matters too, because strength grows through use. The elegant adult cat that lands softly on a narrow surface begins as a changing structure, learning how to carry itself through trial, practice, and constant adjustment. Kitten sleep fuels growth as much as rest. Sleep is one of the hidden engines of kittenhood. A young kitten may seem to be doing nothing as it lies curled in warmth, but the body is working with remarkable intensity. Growth-related hormones are active during rest. Cells repair themselves. The brain organizes what the kitten has experienced while awake. After a short burst of play, nursing, or exploration, sleep gives the body a chance to turn energy into structure. This is why kittens can wake suddenly, race with astonishing enthusiasm, and then collapse into deep rest again. The rhythm is not laziness. It is development. The waking moments gather information from the world. The sleeping moments help shape that information into coordination, confidence, and physical strength. In a fast-growing animal, rest is not a pause from becoming. It is part of the becoming itself. A sleeping kitten is not missing the action. It is quietly building the cat it will be. Young kittens spend much of the day in deep sleep. In early kittenhood, long hours of sleep are completely natural. The body is still immature, and constant activity would cost more energy than the young animal can spare. Deep sleep protects that energy while growth continues. It also keeps the kitten close to the nest, where warmth, food, and the mother are within reach. As the days pass, waking periods gradually become longer. Curiosity begins to interrupt the sleep cycle. The kitten starts noticing movement, exploring edges, and testing its own limbs. That shift tells a story of increasing strength. At first, life is centered on survival. Later, it expands into play and learning. Those long sleeping hours can seem uneventful from the outside, but they are biologically rich. The heart keeps beating quickly, the body keeps building, and the brain keeps maturing. The sleepy little bundle is preparing for the sudden arrival of energy that will soon fill every corner of the room. Twitching paws may reflect developing nerves during kitten sleep. A sleeping kitten may flick its paws, twitch its whiskers, or make tiny running motions while completely at rest. It is tempting to imagine little dream adventures, and dreaming may be part of the picture. Yet the movements also reflect a nervous system that is still being refined. Young animals often show these small motions during sleep as their brains and muscles build stronger communication. Signals travel along pathways that are becoming faster and more organized. The paws answer with brief, delicate movements. This makes sleep look strangely active. as if the body is rehearsing future abilities beneath the surface. The kitten is not choosing these motions in the ordinary sense. They rise from the developing machinery of movement. One day, those same limbs will leap, balance, and turn with precision. For now, the sleeping body gives little hints of that future grace. Every twitch is a glimpse of the young nervous system learning its own language. Kittens enter dreaming sleep earlier than many people expect. Dreaming sleep is not reserved for older animals with long memories and full independence. Kittens can enter active sleep very early, and this stage may play an important role in brain development. During this kind of rest, the body may twitch, the eyes may move beneath closed lids, and the brain becomes busy in distinctive ways. Scientists believe active sleep helps young nervous systems mature by stimulating circuits that will later support movement and perception. For kittens, this means the sleeping brain may be helping build the equipment needed for waking life. The animal has not yet explored much, but its brain is already becoming more complex. This is a beautiful idea. Even before a kitten has mastered walking, sleep may be helping prepare it for chasing, climbing, and responding to the world. The tiny body appears curled and still, but inside, development continues with quiet intensity. Sleep becomes a workshop for the future. Sleepy twitching helps the young nervous system rehearse movement. Those little flickers of motion during sleep can be thought of as practice without full action. The kitten does not need to run across the floor for its movement circuits to receive activity. During sleep, small bursts of nerve signaling may help refine the connection between brain and body. The muscles respond lightly, producing paw kicks, tail flicks, or facial movements. This is especially common in young mammals because their nervous systems are still building reliable pathways. The process helps prepare the body for more coordinated movement during waking life. It is not the same as deliberate play, but it may support the same future skills. The charm of the twitching comes from its mystery. The kitten seems lost in rest, yet the body gives away tiny signs of hidden work. Before the first graceful leap, before the confident sprint down a hallway, the nervous system has already been practicing in miniature while the kitten sleeps. A kitten's heartbeat is much faster than an adult cat's. A kitten's small body runs at an impressive pace. Its heart beats faster than that of a grown cat because the young body has urgent demands. It must deliver oxygen and nutrients to tissues that are changing quickly. It must support warmth, digestion, movement, and growth all at once. The smaller the body, the faster many of these processes tend to operate. When a kitten rests against your hand, that rapid little pulse can feel almost startling. It is the rhythm of a life under construction. As the kitten matures, the heart rate gradually settles toward the adult range. But in the early stage, speed is part of the design. The body cannot store much reserve, so circulation has to work hard and often. That quick heartbeat is not just a sign of smallness. It is a sign of tremendous biological activity, carrying fuel to every growing corner of a tiny, changing animal. Tiny kitten bodies breathe quickly compared with grown cats. Breathing in a kitten is rapid because the body's needs are high and its reserves are small. Each breath brings oxygen into a system that is busy growing, warming, digesting, and moving. The lungs are still developing, and the small body has less capacity than an adult cat, so the rhythm is naturally quicker. A resting kitten may seem to rise and fall with surprising speed, especially after nursing or play. This pace can be normal, but it also shows how delicate early life can be. Small animals can shift from stable to stressed faster than larger ones, so changes in breathing are important to notice. The breath is one of the clearest windows into how the body is coping. In healthy moments, that quick rhythm supports the constant work of becoming stronger. It is the soft engine of development, moving air in and out, while the kitten grows into the larger lungs and steadier rhythm of adulthood. Their immune protection begins with the mother's first milk. The first milk a mother cat produces is not ordinary nourishment. It is a powerful early defense system. This thick fluid, called colostrum, carries antibodies that help protect newborn kittens before their own immune systems are ready to respond strongly. The timing is crucial because the newborn gut can absorb these protective molecules best during the earliest hours after birth. After that short period, the ability to take them in decreases. This means the first nursing sessions can shape survival in a major way. The kitten receives more than energy. It receives borrowed immunity, passed directly from mother to young. This protection helps guard against infections during the most vulnerable stage of life. It is one of nature's most elegant handovers. The mother's body shares a record of threats she has already encountered, and the kitten begins life with temporary protection it could not yet create alone. Colostrum gives newborn kittens antibodies during their first fragile hours. Those early hours matter because the newborn immune system is not fully prepared for the outside world. Colostrum provides a temporary shield by delivering antibodies from the mother. These antibodies can circulate in the kitten's body and help recognize certain germs before the kitten can mount a strong defense of its own. The process is time-sensitive. The gut lining changes after birth, and the window for absorbing large antibody molecules narrows quickly. That makes the first successful nursing especially important. A kitten that misses this stage may be more vulnerable and may need careful veterinary guidance. The science is fascinating because protection is transferred through feeding, not through conscious care or teaching. The mother's immune experience becomes part of the kitten's early survival toolkit. In those first sips, a newborn receives information about the microbial world it has just entered. Milk becomes both food and biological memory, delivered at the exact moment it is needed most. Kittens become more vulnerable as maternal antibodies gradually fade. The borrowed protection from the mother does not last forever. As weeks pass, maternal antibodies naturally decline in the kitten's body. This creates a delicate transition. At first, those antibodies help defend the young animal. Later, as they fade, the kitten's own immune system must become more capable. There is a period when protection may be uneven because the mother's antibodies are decreasing while the kitten's independent defenses are still maturing. This is one reason early veterinary care is carefully timed. The immune system needs support at the right stages. The process is not a failure of nature. It is a handoff. The mother provides temporary cover, and the kitten gradually takes over the work. The fascinating part is how dynamic the system is. Immunity is not simply present or absent. It changes week by week. A kitten may look bold and playful on the outside, while its inner defenses are still learning how to stand alone. Vaccines train a kitten's immune system for safer adulthood. A vaccine works like a carefully designed lesson for the immune system. Instead of waiting for a dangerous infection to arrive, the body is introduced to a safe signal that teaches it what to recognize. In kittens, this training is especially important because their own defenses are still developing and the protection from the mother is fading. The immune system responds by building memory. Later, if the real threat appears, the body can react faster and more effectively. This is not just a medical routine. It is a biological education. The kitten's body learns without having to face the full danger first. Timing matters because maternal antibodies can interfere with vaccine response if they are still high, which is why a series is often used. Each dose helps guide the immune system through a vulnerable stage. Vaccination turns a young, inexperienced defense network into one better prepared for the wider world. Fleas can be more dangerous to kittens than adult cats. On an adult cat, fleas are irritating and unhealthy. On a kitten, they can become far more serious. A small kitten has very little blood to spare, and fleas feed by taking tiny amounts again and again. A heavy infestation can lead to anemia, which means the body does not have enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen properly. The kitten may become weak, pale, cold, or dangerously tired. Fleas can also transmit parasites and cause skin irritation that drains energy from an already small body. The challenge is that young kittens cannot always receive the same treatments as adults, so care must be age-appropriate and guided safely. This makes prevention and early attention essential. The size of the enemy can be misleading. A flea is tiny, but a kitten is tiny too. In that imbalance, a small parasite can create a large threat. For a young cat, comfort and survival can depend on quick protection. Ear mites are common in kittens and cause intense itching. Ear mites are microscopic parasites that can make a kitten deeply uncomfortable. They live in the ear canal and feed on debris and oils, creating irritation that leads to scratching, head shaking, and dark discharge. The kitten may not understand the source of the problem. It only feels the itch and tries to escape it. Because mites can spread easily between cats, they are especially common where kittens live close together. The discomfort can interfere with rest, play, and general well-being. Severe irritation may even lead to inflammation or secondary infection if it is not treated. What makes ear mites fascinating in a troubling way is how such tiny creatures can dominate the behavior of a much larger animal. A kitten that should be exploring may spend its energy scratching. The invisible world inside the ear becomes impossible to ignore. Proper care can clear the problem, returning the kitten to comfort and curiosity. Parasites can steal nutrition during a kitten's fastest growth. A growing kitten needs every bit of nourishment it can use. Parasites can interfere with that by living in or on the body and taking resources that should support development. Internal worms may consume nutrients, irritate the digestive tract, or contribute to a swollen belly and poor growth. External parasites can drain blood or cause discomfort that reduces feeding and rest. The result is more than inconvenience. During rapid development, lost nutrition can affect strength, weight gain, coat quality, and energy. The kitten may still seem playful at moments, which can hide the seriousness of the problem. This is why veterinary checks and appropriate parasite control are so important. The issue is not simply that parasites are unpleasant. It is that they compete with the kitten during a stage when the body is trying to build everything quickly. A young cat is racing towards strength, and parasites can quietly slow that race from within. Veterinary checkups protect kittens during their most delicate stage. Early veterinary care is a safety net during a period when kittens change quickly and problems can escalate fast. A checkup can reveal issues that are easy to miss at home, such as poor weight gain, dehydration, parasites, eye infections, heart murmurs, or developmental concerns. The visit also helps guide vaccination timing, nutrition, and safe parasite prevention. This matters because kittens are experts at looking charming even when something is wrong. Their small bodies have less reserve than adults, so waiting too long can be risky. A veterinarian brings trained eyes to subtle signs. The appointment is not only about treating illness. It is about building a healthy path into adulthood. Growth, immunity, digestion, and behavior can all be supported by early guidance. For a creature developing so fast, prevention can be powerful. The kitten may remember only the carrier and the strange room, but the care received there can shape a much safer future. The earliest domestic kittens likely lived near ancient grain stores. The story of domestic kittens probably began not with people deliberately choosing pets, but with food chains forming around human settlements. When early farmers stored grain, the grain attracted rodents. Rodents attracted wildcats. The cats that tolerated human presence had access to easy hunting, and humans benefited because fewer rodents meant safer food stores. Kittens born near these settlements grew up close to people, noise, buildings, and routine. Over generations, the boldest or least fearful cats may have been more likely to remain near human spaces. This was a quiet beginning to one of the most successful relationships between humans and animals. No one needed to invent the cat's job. The cat was already good at it. Human storage created an opportunity, and feline hunting skill filled it. Somewhere in those early farming communities, small litters of kittens opened their eyes into a new ecological partnership that would eventually spread across the world. Human farming created perfect hunting grounds for young cats. Farming changed the landscape in ways that suited cats beautifully. Stored grain brought mice and rats into concentrated areas, and concentrated prey created reliable hunting opportunities. For young cats learning their skills, these places could become rich training grounds. Instead of searching widely across wild terrain, they could practice near barns, granaries, and settlement edges. Human life unintentionally created a habitat where small predators could thrive. The cats did not need to become obedient in the way many domesticated animals did. They simply had to live near people while doing what their instincts already demanded. This makes the cat's path into human history unusual. It was less about command and more about mutual convenience. People gained pest control. Cats gained food-rich territory. Kittens born into that setting inherited both ancient predatory behavior and a new tolerance for human surroundings. The farm became a bridge between wild independence and domestic companionship. Ancient Egyptians helped cats become symbols of protection and grace. In ancient Egypt, cats gained a cultural importance that reached far beyond their practical role as hunters. They were admired for guarding homes and food stores from rodents and snakes, but they also became associated with protection, fertility, and divine power. The goddess Bastet was often linked with feline qualities, which helped elevate cats in art, ritual, and household life. Kittens, in such a society, were not merely useful young animals. They belonged to a creature surrounded by meaning. This did not mean every cat lived in luxury, but it did shape how people saw them. Their watchfulness, elegance, and maternal care all fed into a symbolic image that lasted for centuries. The Egyptian relationship with cats helped strengthen the animal's place in human imagination. A kitten, curled in a home, carried more than cuteness. It carried the promise of a graceful protector, small enough to hold and important enough to honor. Ship cats carried kittens across oceans with human travelers. As people sailed farther, cats often came with them. Ships carried food stores, and food stores attracted rodents, which made cats valuable working companions at sea. A good ship cat could help protect supplies, reduce disease risk, and bring comfort to crews facing long journeys. If cats lived aboard ships, kittens sometimes did too, born into a world of wood, rope, salt air, and constant motion. This helped spread domestic cats along trade routes and into ports across continents. The movement was not always planned in detail. It happened through the practical rhythms of travel. A cat taken aboard in one harbor might leave descendants in another. Over time, feline populations followed human movement around the globe. The kitten on a ship was a small passenger in a much larger story. Its presence linked animal instinct with exploration, commerce, and survival at sea. The domestic cat became a traveler because humans became travelers too. Kittens helped control rodents long before modern pest science. Long before people understood germs, ecosystems, or population control in scientific terms, they understood one simple truth. Cats were useful where rodents were a problem. Kittens born into barns, shops, homes, and storage areas grew into hunters that helped protect food. Their value came from behavior that required little instruction. They watched, stalked, chased, and caught. Even young cats practicing around human settlements contributed to a system people came to rely on. This partnership mattered because stored food could mean survival through hard seasons. A rodent infestation was not just annoying. It could threaten a household's security. Cats offered a living solution that reproduced itself, adapted to the setting, and worked mostly on its own terms. This is one reason humans tolerated and encouraged their presence across so many cultures. The science came later. The relationship came first. People did not need modern biology to recognize that a growing kitten might become a guardian of the grain. The domestic cat genome still keeps strong wildcat instincts alive. The modern kitten may grow up with cushions, food bowls, and affectionate humans, but its genetic foundation remains close to its wild relatives. Compared with many domesticated animals, cats have changed less dramatically from their ancestors. Their bodies still carry the tools of a small predator. Their behavior still includes stalking, pouncing, scratching, hiding, and territorial scent marking. Domestication shaped tolerance for humans and life mere settlements, but it did not erase the hunter underneath. This is why a kitten can move from sleeping in a blanket to attacking a toy with total seriousness. The shift is not contradiction. It is inheritance. The genome preserves patterns that once helped wildcats survive alone in demanding environments. Domestic life gives those patterns safer outlets. A feather toy replaces prey. A scratching post replaces a tree. A cardboard box replaces a hidden den. The kitten in the living room is modern, beloved, and still deeply ancient. Feral kittens can become social when helped early enough. Timing can make a profound difference in the life of a feral kitten. If a young kitten has little or no human contact, people may seem frightening rather than familiar. But when patient care begins early enough, many can learn that humans are safe. The process requires calm handling, predictable feeding, and gradual exposure rather than force. Each positive experience helps rewrite the meaning of human presence. A hand brings food. A voice does not threaten. A room can be explored without danger. The younger the kitten, the more flexible its social expectations tend to be. Older feral cats can sometimes become friendly too, but the work is usually harder because fear patterns are more established. This makes early rescue and socialization powerful. A frightened little animal hiding in a corner can, with time, become a relaxed companion. The change is not instant. It is trust being built, one safe encounter at a time. A kitten's personality is shaped by genes and early experience. No kitten arrives as a completely blank slate. Some are naturally bolder, more reactive, more curious, or more cautious from the start. Genetics helps influence these tendencies, including sensitivity to novelty, energy level, and social confidence. Yet experience also matters enormously. A secure environment can help a cautious kitten become braver. Stressful handling can make an outgoing kitten more wary. The mother's behavior may influence the litter too, since kittens learn by observing her reactions to people and surroundings. This creates a fascinating blend. Personality is not written by nature alone, and it is not created only by nurture. It emerges from their conversation. Two littermates can grow into very different cats because they begin with different temperaments and respond differently to the same world. This is part of what makes kittens endlessly interesting. Each one is a developing individual, shaped by inheritance, care, timing, and all the small moments that teach it what life feels like. Bold kittens often explore before their cautious siblings follow. In many litters, one kitten seems to test the world first. It steps beyond the sleeping area, investigates a new object, or approaches a person while the others watch. This boldness can influence the whole group. When the first explorer survives the encounter and perhaps finds something interesting, the cautious siblings may follow. In this way, kittens can learn not only from their own experiences, but also from each other's choices. The bold kitten gathers information through action. The cautious kitten gathers information through observation. Both strategies can be useful. Boldness may lead to discoveries, while caution may reduce risk. This variation within a litter is valuable because the world is unpredictable. Not every situation rewards the same response. Watching kittens explore reveals early personality in motion. A cardboard edge, a new sound, or an open doorway can become a tiny social experiment, showing who leads, who waits, and who decides after watching the outcome. Some kittens prefer climbing because height feels safe and interesting. To a kitten, vertical space can be deeply attractive. A chair, shelf, cat tree, or windowsill offers more than a place to sit. Height gives a better view of the surroundings and can create a sense of security. Cats are both predators and small enough to be vulnerable, so being above the ground can help them monitor movement without feeling surrounded. For kittens, climbing also offers a thrilling physical challenge. The paws grip, the hind legs push, and the body learns how to shift weight upward. Each successful climb builds strength and confidence. Of course, getting up is often easier than getting down, which is why young climbers may suddenly call for help from a perch they were proud to reach. The attraction remains because height satisfies several feline needs at once. It offers safety, curiosity, exercise, and control. A kitten climbing the furniture is practicing a very old way of owning space. Cardboard boxes attract kittens through warmth, texture, and shelter. A simple cardboard box can be more fascinating to a kitten than an expensive toy. The appeal comes from several practical features. Cardboard holds warmth well, which makes it inviting for rest. The walls provide shelter, giving the kitten a sense of being partly hidden. The texture is satisfying under paws and claws, and the edges can be chewed, rubbed, or scratched. A box also creates a defined little territory inside a larger room. For a young animal still learning confidence, that boundary matters. From within the box, the kitten can watch the world while feeling less exposed. It can leap out at a toy, retreat again, and repeat the game with total seriousness. The box becomes den, lookout, playground, and resting place. Its magic is not mysterious. It matches feline instincts beautifully. To a kitten, cardboard offers a small, warm, manageable world that can be entered, defended, and explored. Catnip usually affects older cats more strongly than young kittens. Catnip does not enchant every cat, and young kittens often show little response at first. The reaction is influenced by genetics and maturity. The active compound in catnip can trigger behaviors such as rolling, rubbing, sniffing, and playful excitement in many adult cats, but kittens may not become responsive until they are older. Some never respond strongly at all. This makes catnip less universal than its reputation suggests. For a young kitten, ordinary movement, texture, and social play may be far more exciting than a catnip toy. The delayed response is fascinating because it shows that behavior can depend on developmental timing. The right chemical signal may be present, but the animal's nervous system must be ready to react to it. Catnip is not a simple pleasure button. It is a plant compound meeting feline biology in a very particular way. For many kittens, its famous spell has not yet switched on. Kittens recognize familiar humans through scent, sound, and routine. A kitten does not know a person in only one way. Familiarity builds through repeated signals. Scent tells the kitten who has been near. Voice helps identify a person before touch occurs. Routine teaches what usually happens next. The person who feeds at the same time each day becomes predictable. The person who plays gently becomes associated with excitement and safety. The person who moves calmly may be easier to trust. Over time, these patterns combine into recognition. The kitten may run toward a known voice, relax at a familiar smell, or wait near a doorway when it expects someone to appear. This is not the same as human recognition based mainly on faces and names. It is a feline version of knowing, built from the senses cats rely on most. To be recognized by a kitten is to become part of its map of safety. The bond is written through small repetitions. Every kitten is both a baby animal and a young hunter. This is the great wonder of kittenhood. The same creature can be helpless, playful, affectionate, clumsy, curious, and fiercely instinctive. It needs warmth, care, nutrition, and protection. Yet within that small body, the equipment of a predator is already forming. The eyes will track motion. The ears will locate subtle sounds. The paws will grip and strike. The mind will learn patience, timing, and distance. Human beings often respond first to the softness because it is immediate and touching. Science asks us to look deeper, A kitten is not only cute, it is a developing mammal shaped by ancestry, learning, biology, and relationship. It carries the wild past into the domestic present. It can sleep in a lap and still dream, in its own feline way, of motion and pursuit. That combination is why kittens fascinate us so completely. They are new life at its most tender, and ancient instinct at its most miniature. And so, we come to the end of our little journey through the world of kittens. We have followed them from their first fragile moments, when the world is still dark and almost silent, into the busy miracle of growth. We have seen how scent guides them before sight arrives, how tiny paws learn balance through wobbling steps, how play becomes practice, and how every chase, tumble, and pounce carries the memory of wild ancestors. We have looked at the science hidden in soft fur and bright eyes, the secret messages in scent, the careful language of whiskers, the way sleep helps build a growing body, while the young mind slowly learns the shape of the world. And perhaps, somewhere along the way, kittens became even more astonishing than they already seemed. Not just small companions, but living stories of instinct, trust, growth, and survival. Now, as the facts settle behind you, let the day begin to loosen its hold. Picture a warm room at dusk. A kitten curled in a safe corner. The soft rise and fall of a tiny sleeping body. Nothing to chase now. Nothing to solve. Just warmth, stillness, and rest. Let your shoulders soften. Let your breath find its own easy rhythm. Allow your thoughts to settle, one by one, like paws becoming still after play. If you enjoyed this gentle journey, you're welcome to like, subscribe, or leave a thought below. It helps others find their way here too. And if you happen to still be awake, there should be another quiet video waiting on the screen, ready to carry you a little farther. But for now, you can simply rest. Let the room grow soft around you. Let your eyes become heavy. And let this small world of sleeping kittens drift with you into the night. Sleep well and good night.